I would like to talk about toxic masculinity. So the thing is that we see examples of toxic masculinity everywhere. For example, ए रोता क्या है लड़की है क्या? Or like ए इसने पिंक पहना रहेगा ये छक्का है. And the thing is that these always lead to people, the men feeling like they have to provide and protect for the entire family alone. And the problem is that these lead to anger issues, domestic violence, abuse, and all those things.
I would like to talk about problems faced by first-time entrepreneurs in India. So basically there are three kinds of problems. Getting that access to the first customer. The second is capital. Getting capital at reasonable terms is very difficult. For example, banks are not ready to provide funding at reasonable rates of interest, or people are not ready to invest in entrepreneurs or startups. And the third and the most important factor is an ecosystem. So even if you have a customer and even if you have capital, you won't be able to sell your product and flourish if you don't have an ecosystem. You need mentors to guide you. You need technology for building your prototypes and advancing your product. And basically we don't have that mentality. We need to build that mentality. For example, in Silicon Valley, if your idea fails once and you come up with a better idea with a better execution plan, they will fund you a second time, and I don't think that happens here. So we need to do that.
I would like to talk about animal rights if I was given the correct platform to do so. So the only legitimate and main law about for animals and their protection in India is one that is dated in 1960, and it basically says that any offensive acts against animals are criminalized. That's it. That's all that's been said about regarding rights for animals. And Mahatma Gandhi once said that we should judge a nation by looking at the way it treats its animals. Recently in Mumbai there was a case about a dog that was gang raped by a bunch of drug addicts, and the dog passed a few days later after facing agony during treatment. So I would just like to ask the people, what would you say about a country like this?
So I'm going to talk about Rohingya crisis, the world's entire and biggest immigration crisis that is happening from 2015. So nobody's helping the Muslim migrants from Myanmar who flew away from the Buddhist country, and they were kicked out of their own country. They are now residing in Bangladesh and India, and they're struggling for their normal rights like aid. They need place to live. They have to fight for their right to live.
When we rename Bombay to Mumbai, when we rename Calcutta to Kolkata, one can say that we are reclaiming what was taken from us by the British colonialists. But when we also rename Allahabad to Prayagraj, when we also rename Oshiwara to Ram Mandir, we are not reclaiming any heritage. What we are doing is destroying our intangible cultural heritage of the minority. What we are doing is destroying a sense of tolerance that has existed in India since time immemorial. This renaming culture which has spawned in India needs to stop as soon as possible.
If I get a platform to talk about, I would like to talk about the problem of lack of rationality in Indian society. Basically, India is a home to many scientists and all. Also, we Indians are great fond of sciences. However, we forget the rational aspect of behavior in our day-to-day lives, which makes our behavioral pattern quite weird. And I think also along with the problem of lack of rationality, I guess we also lack sensibility towards many social issues which really needs to be addressed.